name is Austin Bradford, and I was a part of Group 1 who ended up doing our presentation / paper on how the prison industry impacts former prisoners. So I had the luxury of interviewing a man named Jack, who gave me a really unique perspective on the prison system as a whole. So one of the questions I asked Jack was how life has been for him since being released. His response to that question was it's been quite difficult because the lack of resource-wise that he has access to. So it's been difficult to get back on his feet, which is not really a surprise because that's honestly a huge problem with the system as a whole. As far as the criminal justice system, because of the amount of institutionalized racism that's present in this country since its inception, that allows for a specific group of people to struggle with having access to resources that can aid them in order to prevent them from resorting to bad habits. And the next question that I asked Jack was how involved or how Jack's prison experience impacted him when he was or while he was released to the outside world. He said it hit him pretty hard because it's like so much different because of all of the things or all the freedoms that you have compared to when you're locked up. And also one of the really unique things he mentioned towards the end of our interview was that really stuck out to me was how intentional everything was within the institution itself, and how a lot of individuals, not just him, get used to the experience of what it's like living within that institution itself, and upon release it can be quite difficult to getting used to having to do everything on your own, let alone having a lack of access to resources and things of that nature, which makes it difficult to rehabilitate themselves, because not only have they been through a lot of traumatic experiences within the institution itself, but they aren't allowed to deal with their past traumas, so they don't receive help, and a lot of the time it can obviously get worse. And there needs to be serious reform as far as having these individuals having access to more resources so that they're able to rehabilitate themselves.